Hey guys, this is my review, I guess, of the Fallout 4 trailer where I pick out all the gripes, ideas, and theories I have about the trailer. So let's get started. Here we have the generic Bethesda broken down TV trailer thing starter that is in pretty much every Fallout game, and it starts the flashbacks between pre-war and post-war, which I think is fairly interesting and new. Here are what looks like my protagonist's parents, and you might be wondering why I think they're the protagonist's parents, even though the game takes place 200 years afterwards the war, but I'll get to that later. Here's some mass hysteria with people on their way to the vaults, which is actually very interesting that they haven't really explored much in the games. And I think you can spot the protagonist's parents on their way to one of the vaults, and their soldier in power armor stopping them. And yep. And here's the home of the protagonist, Vault 11. I think what's special about this vault is that it has cryogenics, which is allow the protagonist to live from the pre-war to the post-war without aging much. Here's what looks like the mysterious stranger from Fallout 3 in this town square from from Boston that's pretty famous but got wrecked, I think, a couple years ago. And here's some super mutants next to a bus. Yep. And then here's a Protectron in a city landscape in a barbed wire compound, and a crane, and I think that's all I could pick out in this picture. Here's the very new dinosaur-looking Deathclaw that I'm not really a fan of, and here's one of the new vertibirds, which I initially thought was used by the Brotherhood of Steel, but now I think otherwise after another clip in the trailer. Here are some ghouls running through a Boston market, which is very interesting with the new graphics and the new physics. Here is a city that appears to be built inside of a baseball stadium from the floodlights and everyone having baseball bats everywhere. It's kind of cool. And here what looks like a giant blimp and a vertibird, which makes me think that the Enclave will be returning, and Paul Revere's statue in Boston. And here what looks like a Brotherhood of Steel paladin getting into a vertibird. And I think you can see a Galaxy News radio sign down there during this scene as they're escalating. And here it looks like the protagonist's parents getting nuked, and they'll be able to throw their kid down into the vault before they die. And I think that might be part of the story. And here's the protagonist and his dog, which is very reminiscent of Fallout 3. And the Vault 111 Vault's jumpsuit. So my final thoughts about the trailer is that I think it's good. I think it borrows a lot of things from Fallout 3, which I think the game series needs. But I also think that they're going to release 4 DLCs like they did. And one, I think, will take place in New York. Another will take place in Nantucket or Cape Cod, which is off the coast of Boston. And then maybe another will have to do with witches from Salem, because that's a big part of the history. And I guess and then maybe another revolving around something about the Revolutionary War. Well, I guess that's all my theories. Another gripe I had was that the institute that was mentioned in Fallout 3 and was rumored to be in Fallout 4 because it's a big part of the Commonwealth and Boston and everything in the universe was not even mentioned, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But you can't get everything. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.